Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Cohort 12, the VC Lab Cohort 12 closing ceremony. I can't believe we got here. It's been an amazing ride with everybody here. Thank you all for joining us. If you're new to sort of this experience, just a couple quick words about us and what we do, and then we'll go ahead and get started with sort of the festivities here. So my name is Mike Supervici. I am the head of acceleration at Decile Group. Decile Group runs an accelerator program for venture capitalists called VC Lab. It's become the leading program for venture capitalists worldwide. We have helped launch over, I think, 400 venture capital firms to date, and we have done this all over the world. 66% of the VC Lab alumni are outside the United States, for example. We run the program roughly about 4 times a year. And this is the closing ceremony for Cohort 12. And what's going to happen here today is that you're going to hear from some of the award winners about sort of their experience. And then we're going to turn this into a very interactive experience where you're going to get to meet other folks and things like that. And there's going to be like tables that I'm going to go ahead and sort of cover that later as well. Okay, so that's sort of what's going to happen here today. At the bottom of your screen, there's a reactions button. So whenever we bring people up, we sort of course, appreciate it if you kind of give them some emojis and congratulate them because it's amazing. And Mirto is going to share the stats here with everybody here. But I mean, this is the elite of the elite of the elite, right? So it's like really neat to just kind of see sort of how far everybody has come today. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Adeo to introduce himself as well, and then we'll go ahead and go over and pass it over to Mirto as well.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I'm really proud of everybody. I can't even properly put it into words. I know my connection's a little janky, so let me tell you a little bit. Sometimes I can be tough and push people and say things, but I really just want to see everybody here succeed. And it's been such an honor and pleasure to see the success that everyone's achieved. I'll tell you a little story about this particular cohort and why it's very special. So in cohort 11, we said, we're not setting people up for success because they're ending the program and they don't have enough commitments and they haven't really gotten enough traction with limited partners. And so we said, we're going to ask people to do something very hard in cohort 12 and we'll see what happens, right? Because we knew that in cohort 11 and before, people were getting the end, they had some progress, but they were nowhere where they needed to be. So we decided to more than double the requirements in order to graduate. So you need twice, we didn't require that you have PACs at the idea review ever before, but with cohort 12, we did. We had twice as many PACs or greater at the end. So we really were like, let's see if we can ratchet up the requirements and what happens. And cohort 12 has exceeded our expectations in every way, right? You guys are fantastic. So you had the most PACs in history at the idea review. In fact, you have had the most commitments from limited partners of any other program in history. And not only are you guys an exceptional group of people, but you've really proven that you can raise money with the best of them in the world today, right? You've shown us that if we set the bar really high, you're going to exceed that bar and do even better. And we were just really blown away in the most positive way about your accomplishments, your commitment, your passion about the model and the asset class, your desire to help and grow businesses that are really going to make the world a better place. This has been, if not my favorite, certainly, one of top 2 favorite programs that I've ever had the pleasure of helping with. So really, I just want to big round of applause for everyone in cohort 12. You guys are fantastic.
We're all incredibly proud of everybody here. I mean, it's just a phenomenal job for everybody. And, you know, also the markets were a little rocky as well when you were sort of fundraising, and you still overperformed across compared to everybody else, right? Everybody else on LinkedIn is like, oh, it's so hard, da, 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 all this stuff. You were like getting packs like it's nobody's business and like really winning. So just
the amount of whining on social, venture's over, no one can raise. And we're looking at cohort 12 and you guys are like crushing it. It was like laughable. You would literally see this stuff on social like, oh my God, the sky is falling. And then we look at cohort 12. It's like, it's not falling for cohort 12, that's for sure. I mean, it's really impressive. So do know that whenever we were pushing you, whenever we were like, you can do better, it's because we knew you could. We saw that you could, and you did, right? You literally are the best of the best.
Amazing. So I want to kind of pass it over to Mirto now. Mirto's going to share some stats on sort of the cohort, kind of how far folks have come, and then she's going to introduce the next set of speakers as well.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you, Adeo. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to see everyone here, and I'm so happy to be closing cohort 12 with everyone here. So I'm Mirto Lalakos. I run the operations for VC Lab, and I am so incredibly proud of everyone who's made it so far. You guys are amazing, and I want to kind of give everybody here a sense of just how difficult, what these guys are doing is. So for cohort 12, we had over 2,300 applications from all over the world. And of that, only 270 firms made it into the program, but only 53 made it through to the end of cohort 12. So that's only 2% of all applicants who are here with us today with all the requirements to kind of finish the program. And this is an incredible result, not only because 2% is such a tiny kind of percentage point, but there's a few other reasons. So first, these managers had to build their firms kind of over this holiday slowdown, right? So I think the world just stopped for like a month. These guys just kept working, kept getting commitments, and kind of got all the way to the finish line. Second, the market was rocky, as Mike and Adeo just mentioned. And third, when Adeo said we made it harder, we made it twice as hard to finish VC Lab than the previous cohorts. We didn't make it just a little bit harder. We made it twice as difficult. So, you guys did incredibly well. In terms of the firms who completed the program, they came from 31 different countries around the world, across all continents. It's one of the most geographically distributed programs so far. And we also had 27% of firms who completed the program with at least one woman GP or managing partner. So please give it up for all the women, that have gotten this far. Thank you so much. You guys did amazing. For cohort 12, we had funds focusing on over 20 distinct sectors in terms of their investment focus. And we had everything from venture studio funds to accelerator funds, as well as a good group of firms who are raising their second or their third fund, leveraging the success of their fund ones and their previous track record. So in terms of the program, as we said, it's a very intense 16 weeks where the firms are guided through a range of firm building activities, which leads them to a close. But as usual, there are a few firms that we do want to highlight. These firms have impressed us and they kept inspiring us along the way. And we know that amongst the people that are here today, there's a lot of you as well that want to start VC firms. And so we hope that these awards can serve as a bit of an example for you guys to better understand what it takes to kind of successfully launch a fund. And as Mike mentioned, throughout this section of the closing ceremony, please do use the reaction button to help celebrate all the managers receiving the awards and all the managers that are completing Cohort 12. Amazing. So let's get into the awards. So the first award is the Stellar Track Record Award. So one good predictor of success in venture capital is your investment track record. And if you think about it, it's the most effective way of proving to LPs that you have access to deals, that you have the eye for what a good deal looks like, and that you have the ability to get yourself into those good deals. It's not to say that this is the only way to succeed, but it certainly does help. And with that, we wanted to recognize Brad Zients, who came into this program with some great investments under his belt that he is using to now grow his firm. So please give it up for Brad Zients from Pitbull Ventures. And also please welcome him to the stage. He's here with us today to share a few words.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for recognizing me and having me. It's been just an amazing experience to be part of VC Lab. I thought I'd talk a little bit about kind of how I became a VC, and then a little bit about the VC Lab experience. I was an early AOL executive in the 90s, and I had the good fortune to actually be able to move over to Europe and work and help launch AOL in Germany, France, and UK. And I left in '99. I did a trip around the world. I landed in Los Angeles, and the big tech bubble burst in '01, and I felt burnt out on tech. And I did a whole bunch of other things, including producing movies. I made a movie called Kissing Jessica Stein. If you ever want to watch it on Netflix, it's a pretty good movie. I started an apparel company. I got involved in the restaurant industry. And then about 10, 12 years ago, I really missed tech. And I got back into, started doing some angel investing. And I was trying to figure out what the through line of like all these other things that I had done. And what I found was that I loved being the kind of financial partner and advisor to founders. It's what I had done with the two actresses who wrote this movie. I became a producer and I partnered with them and I helped them raise money. And I did that with a bunch of other founders. And so I took a circuitous path, but it turned out that venture was like just the perfect kind of thing for me. So I started Pitbull a couple of years ago, and I raised my first fund. And I had heard about VC Lab from Martin Tobias, who I want to thank for referring me to the program. Martin and I have been co-investors now for several years. He's one of the best out there, and he went through the program. I don't know what cohort was, cohort 8 or 9, 7. I was just, in kind of writing my notes for this talk today, I was thinking about VC Lab, and the word that I wrote in all caps was positivity. You have to have a really positive mindset in order to raise a fund. I think somebody said early in the program that raising a fund is like the hardest thing you're ever going to do. And I think that's true. I mean, it's really, really, really hard. And you get a lot of no's. Everyone gives you reasons why you can't do it or you shouldn't be doing it or whatever it is. And there was a lot of tough love, particularly from Adeo. But ultimately, the amount of positive feedback and just support that I got as being part of the VC Lab community was just truly awesome. I've been a solo GP, so I don't have partners. I have some team members, but so it was particularly helpful for me to be able to be on Slack and have a working group and just having the AI to answer questions, just all these amazing things. I also found this, the Hub software to be super useful. It was free. It came with the program. I mean, absolutely fantastic. So with all this great stuff about VC Lab, I became so excited about what Mike and Adeo and everyone are doing that I ended up investing in the company. So Dessel Group is the first portfolio company in Fund 2 in our warehouse. I'm excited to use the deal flow aspect of it, and it's just been overall a super challenging. I was interesting. I didn't realize that the program had become even harder for this cohort, but honestly, guys, I almost dropped out a couple of times in the early days. I mean, it's a lot of work. but I'm obviously extremely glad that I was able to do it. And I really want to thank everybody, Mike, Adeo, Murto, everybody has been just so great. It's been a fantastic experience. So thank you guys.
I'm blushing. We would have been a big loss if you dropped out. We think the world of you, Brad.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brad. I mean, talk about a stellar track record when you've invested in Decel Group, right? Anyway, we're going to move on to the second award of the closing ceremony. And this award we want to give out is that of the best work ethic. So VC is a speed play. So you need, to be fast. Because if you take your time, you can lose a deal. If you get distracted, you can lose an LP. You need to be very quick on your feet every moment of every single day. Throughout the 16 weeks of the program, we emulate this. We, ask managers to keep up the pace, to keep showing up, and to keep bringing regular results. But there's one team that did this exceptionally well, and they are so far along because of the dedication and the work ethic that they maintained throughout this long period. So the best work ethic award is, granted to them to celebrate their incredible speed and dedication to building a VC firm. So with that, we are pleased to reveal that the winners of Cohort 12's Best Work Ethic Award is Jan, Victor, and Wendy from Attribute Game Ventures. So please give it up to the team at Attribute Game Ventures. And please welcome Victor on stage, who is also here and will say a few words.
Hi, thank you, Mitos, and thank you for having me here today with my partner Jen Nada and Wendy Tan, which is another female GP we talk about. So basically I'm from Malaysia, then my partner Wendy Malaysia, then Jen is from Philippines. So first of all, I'd like to share what brings me to venture. This is our fun one, so we are inexperienced. Personally, for me, I was banker for over 10 years, top 20 banker in my country. Then good at finance. So I think that when it comes to VC thing, this could help a lot. But in fact, after I joined VC Lab, it tells no, you only need a 2-sentence or 1-sentence kind of thesis and go and ask and raise. So this is very something that straight away hit me now, because I thought that prior joining VC Lab, 3 of us busy preparing deck. We thought we have a perfect deck, then we can go and talk to LP, raise it well. But turned out it didn't work that way. So whoever going to join the cohort 14, you got another 4 days to go. Believe Adeo and Mike, simplify your thesis, then talk to LP, you will really raise better than you have a perfect deck. Okay, and other than that, talking about this Best Work Ethic Award, the reason why I initiated and with my team, Jen and Wendy, we started this VC is because 3 of us work in a startup which is backed by VC and together. So we have this experience work together. And the experience I have with VC, not to mention names, but some VC in our cap table, we didn't really get that kind of support or expectation that VC should have to back founder to really grow together with their founder. But it's only like at the very initial stage. So to me, I think I'm here to do the right things right together with our team, like what kind of ethic should carry out by the VC. Although it looks like from the investor perspective, but actually a lot of value add can be done to the founder and to the project. So as a star founder, I raised 11.2 million for my game startup. But the thing is that kind of support and ethic work with VC, not really what I get. So I decided to start venture and do something different. And yeah, then other than this, talking about the VC Lab, I think Adil and Mike and we thought your VC Lab really put out this cohort very challenging, because we were introduced by Nado, Manado, who is our advisor. In previous, I think cohort 3. So when you look at the screen, it's like, no way, how you guys going to do this? So how do we do it? Is we have weekly, like twice kind of deliverable. We talk about how to do this. Then we have like before the deadline submission, we like everyone wake up in the very early morning in our Asia time here to make sure all the submission are all good, prepare, and we submit it, make sure nothing has been missing out. So I think this is one thing, something when later on, when we really hands on closing our fund, there will be a lot of paperwork. I know everyone are busy, but this kind of active work and everything in proper manner of organization is what we want to do differently. And we believe the DESA group, DESA program, and the DESA Hub tool is what helps us really keep ourselves organized, that we can have everything in one glance. So that's definitely different from what we experienced. Before this, I think everything will be on spreadsheet or top file. So yeah, I would really recommend whoever, no matter you are fund one like me, like our team, or you are experienced VC in the past or angel investor, which is I have few angel investment as well. We would say that definitely VC Lab would be an eye opener for what we did in the past and after we joined VC Lab. I think that will be all from us, and we have Attribute Game Venture focused on Asia Game Tech. Thanks for having us here again.
Thank you. And by the way, early in the morning, Malaysia time.
Yeah, 7 in the morning.
Yeah, and it's even harder for you all. So nothing but respect, Victor and the rest of the team. We know that our sessions are very late at night, so you have to watch a lot of recordings and things like that. So just maximum respect and big congratulations to you and your team for how far you come. Super proud of you. Big congrats.
It's 1:30 a.m. in the morning now. Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Talk about work ethic. There you go.
Congratulations, Victor. We are so, so proud of everything that you have achieved and can't wait what you get up to see what you get up to in the future. We are now moving on to the third award that we are giving out as part of Cohort 12's closing ceremony. This award embodies a little bit of the elements of the awards that we have given out until now. So it's firms who, are very made up of very well-rounded professionals who are very results driven and who have an outstanding work ethic. So, with that, last but not least, we are pleased to present this cohort's Rising Star Award to Yana, Flavia, and Erica from Sorority Ventures, a powerhouse of a trio. So please give it up for Sorority, and please welcome Flavia, who is here to share a few words as well.
Flavia, are you ready?
Flavia.
Hello? I'm sorry, I was in mute. I'm sorry, I was muted here. So for those who doesn't know Sororité, we started as a women-only angel investor community 3 years ago. Now has more than 150 investors and have invested in more than 15 startups founded by women. And the reason why we decided to launch our fund was because we saw this opportunity to raise capital for founders that are not getting the money needed to grow their businesses. As you may know, less than 5% of VC capital goes to startups founded by women. And we have seen amazing founders in our way along here. So we want to give them this opportunity and extract the value from it. We also want to elevate the work we have been doing as a community and the deal flow we get, and give this a step forward to start investing more professionally as VCs. We have a vision for the future of venture capital. a more diverse and gender balanced ecosystem where different perspectives are taken in consideration for new solutions and bolder impact for the existing problems we have. So we truly believe that more diversity here would bring a fresh future that we highly need right now. VC Lab was a fantastic program for us, really. We were talking about raising capital for our Fund One for more than a year, and this was always something that we were postponing. And we felt that this program played a key role in accelerating our plans. So we had an opportunity to take important decisions, and we also are very happy with the velocity that things happened throughout the weeks. So thanks for the VC Lab team. This was very impactful for us. Amazing time invested here. A lot of work, but great results in the end. So thank you very, very much. It's really important to have you guys doing what you do. For the new managers joining the call, the piece of advice we can give is have confidence in yourself and get started. Once you start, the momentum builds, and this comes with great motivation. So just kick the ball and start doing it. Go with the flow. VC Lab will definitely help you organizing the steps along the way to really set the right velocity and the right way to move forward. So this is our piece of advice. And I want to thank you again, the VC Lab team. It was fantastic for us. We were really impressed by the amount of things that we were able to accomplish in 16 weeks. So really great to have you guys supporting us in this mission.
Thank you so much, Flavia. You and Yana and Erica were such an inspiration to everyone in this cohort. Congratulations once again. Congratulations to Victor and to Brad. We are not completely done with the awards. So I'm passing over to Mike to give out a final 3 awards for today's closing ceremony. And then we will head over to networking. So with that, Mike, I'm passing over to you.
Yeah, let's do it. I do want to still give a big shout out to the sorority team, though. What an amazing accomplishment. I'm so proud of you and everything that you've done. And the way you're sort of going about this and your speed and velocity was just an inspiration for us all. So I just wanted to also put that out there for you all. We always kind of send out this award, which we call the Venture Trailblazer Award. Okay. And so with this award, we like to recognize folks that are doing something super interesting or something super unique, that tend to be sort of like pioneers in some of their efforts and things like that. So we have 3 firms that we'd like to feature for the Venture Trailblazer Award, and I'm going to go ahead and work through them and talk about them briefly before we sort of go to networking. So the first Venture Trailblazer Award, this one goes to Airborne. So this is for Eduardo. Eduardo, big congratulations. You are also, by the way, a candidate for the Work Ethic Award too, because I mean, my gosh, you were super on time with everything. So I do want to give you a big shout out to that. But what's really interesting about Eduardo and sort of his approach to venture is, he also came in on the emerging track, meaning that he had a Fund One under his belt and he's sort of going out and doing a next fund now. But he has this very unique kind of like operator kind of a based approach, right, for B2B startups, where he sort of rolls up his sleeves, works with the companies, and really companies want to work with him as well because of that. And so I just, for a sort of a fund that's sort of kind of working at that, we just thought it was super interesting, like the approach that Eduardo and the Airborne team took to sort of make that happen. So Eduardo, big congratulations to you for winning the VC Trailblazer Award, and keep doing what you're doing. I think, the way you're sort of going about like the Brazilian ecosystem as well is super unique. And so it's really exciting to see the progress there for you and for the rest of the team. So big congrats. Second Venture Trailblazer Award goes to the funding box team. Okay, so this is to Iwana and Tomasz. Big congratulations, team. Super excited to have worked with you throughout this entire experience. They're taking a super interesting and unique kind of approach to sort of deep tech in the Central and Eastern European region. It is also the first firm that we've featured for an award here in this VC Lab Accelerator. It's in Poland as well. So I want to give you that as also a big congratulations and for being a trailblazer. And it's really fascinating. They also came in on the emerging track, meaning they had a previous fund before. So I just, very, very interesting kind of approach there. So big congratulations. Keep kind of pioneering the ecosystem. There's a lot of talent in deep tech, and obviously in Central and Eastern Europe, a lot of opportunity for innovation. And you all are sort of, helping that entire ecosystem thrive. And the final award is going to go to Finest Love. Okay. Finest Love is, in Kusta, they're trailblazers because they're these ultra serial entrepreneurs. And they're sort of trying to put what they are referred to as the Finest Bay Area or the Finest Bay Area, however you sort of want to read that wordplay there, on the map. So this is for those of you that don't know, the Finest or the Finest Bay Area, that's in Finland. And they want to sort of turn that into like the next future kind of ecosystem for innovation. And I can't think of better folks to sort of go about this. So Kusta, big congratulations to you for winning this VC Trailblazer Award. Couldn't be more excited for your success, and glad to have had you in the program, and really honored to have worked with an entrepreneur of your caliber as well. All right, so big congratulations to everybody that received an award. That being said, I just want to sort of kind of backtrack a little bit for the folks that maybe joined late. As Myrtle mentioned, just getting to this point in the program means that you're sort of top 2%. Okay, so yeah, we featured 6 firms today that we found particularly interesting, but this wasn't easy, right? It's so hard when you have 50-ish firms that we think could also be nominated for pretty much all of these awards, right? So just remember that even though some folks may have not been nominated, everybody here is a major winner just because of the rigor of the program, right? The other thing you sort of want to think about as well is just think about it from like an impact perspective, right? 50 funds funding 25 companies all over the world, right? Just the impact that this cohort has on like the future of humanity and the future of innovation is just incredibly profound. Now, imagine, what's going to happen as they scale, right? VC Lab is a program that helps firms become enduring, right? Like we're not trying to help people that are sort of trying to launch a fund or something like that. We're like trying to help people launch enduring venture capital firms. So they're going to have a family of funds, right? And so they're going to probably fund hundreds of companies, all over the world. And this is just this cohort, right? This one cohort. So and everybody here has taken the Mansarius oath of ethical conduct and ethical investing. So everybody here is an incredibly good person. As you sort of saw from the presentations today, everybody here is very missionary. And so we can literally totally change the face of venture and the approach of venture together, right? And so I hope that you're as inspired about from this presentations and from this experience as I am, because me sitting here, I like sometimes have to pinch myself as just the level of impact, right, that these firms are going to have on the future of humanity. So with that being said, I thank you, everybody. Big congratulations to all the award winners. Big congratulations to all the folks that from Cohort 12 that reached a closing ceremony. Super proud to have worked with you, and we'll continue to work with you and continue to support you as you go out and build this enduring venture capital firm. What's going to happen from here on out is that we're going to stop the presentation here, and what you will see is a set of tables where you can network, right? You can network with some of the participants. You can network with myself and Adeo and the rest of the team. And we like to make these events highly interactive because, it's really great for folks to sort of get to meet each other and learn from each other. So big congratulations, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us for this presentation. I'm looking forward to meeting you all in the networking session. Bye, everyone.